A father is called to provide for his family. That is clearly laid out in the New Testament. We are called to provide for our family. But we get it twisted when we go from providing what our family needs to allowing culture to infect us and trying to give our family everything we want them to have. Hear me, Dad. More than your son needs things you didn't have growing up, he needs you at night at the dinner table. He needs you tucking him in. He needs to see you reading God's word. He needs you present in his life. There's a line in every family, and I don't know your line. It is my responsibility to figure out the line in my family where I have provided, we have food, we have shelter, and now I'm not going to work more. I'm not going to accumulate more. I'm not going to do more so that we can go on an extra vacation or drive a newer car or go to a very fancy school, whatever it may be. There's a line where I say, no, I've done enough, and now I need to be present. There's no more work to be done because they don't deserve what my boys get, what your kids get. And so dads, you need to provide, but you've also got to figure out where the line from providing to overcompensating is. And that's going to be different for every family. But right now in our culture, with the price of everything, there's a lot of families right now making some tough decisions and saying, we're going to say no to this and this and this so that we can actually be with our kids. And that is what providing looks like. You're called to provide. You're also called to protect. And every man has the wrong fantasy in their head. Oh, I'm going to protect my family. I got guns. I got an alarm system. We got a big dog. And we overcompensate for the very small chance that there will be a physical threat. And I'm telling you right now, there is a digital threat for your children, and most men aren't protecting their kids. How dare we set up an alarm system on our home and we do not filter what our kids can and cannot see on the phone we give them at too young an age. Before we do all we can to protect them with a car that will crumple just the right way in an accident so they're safe in a physical threat kind of way, you better be aware of who they're talking to, who's trying to talk to them, because there are threats coming for our children's minds. And your kid gets innocence once. They get one set of innocence. All it takes is that teenager you didn't pay attention to that was reaching out to your 10-year-old. All it takes is that weirdo one time showing that kid something on a phone, and their innocence is gone. Dad, you've got to protect your kids. Do not say, well, my wife says, what do you say? Because you've got to determine how old are they going to be if they get a device? What kind of filters are we putting on our devices? Are we just going to let a 10-year-old have worldwide access to a bunch of creeps? I pray and hope you know everyone who's playing games online with your kid. Fathers, you've imagined it wrong if you think someone's coming for your kid with a gun tomorrow. Somebody's coming for him, but it's with a phone, it's with a device, and they are coming quick. Protect them. Protect them. You're also called in the Old and New Testament to be a disciplinarian. That's not just, oh, that's mom's problem. Do not throw that on your wife and make her the bad guy all the time. You are to be a model of discipline. And I don't just, we can discuss what it looks like to discipline or not discipline. We often know when there's been no discipline. And how dare we discipline our children if we have no discipline in us? You're also called to be the spiritual leader and role model in your home. Today, as has been the case since they've been doing surveys, most attenders of church are between 55 and 65% female. I'm grateful over the last couple of years. We've got more men in our church than ever before. We've got more men's groups than ever before. We've seen a resurgence of men, and we need that in our country. We need that in our culture. We need that in our city, but you need that in your home. You've got to be the role model and the leader that God called you to be. Do not say, go ask your mom. She knows the Bible. You better get an answer. It's okay to say, I don't know. This is something I learned teaching second grade boys in Sunday school 20 years ago. It's okay to say, I have no idea, buddy, but I'll find out. Kids will be patient. Don't just send them someone else. What I find interesting about these responsibilities I've laid out, just a handful there, the majority of them are not paid. Dad, hear me. There's a lot of things you're called to do that you'll never be paid for. And I would suggest they matter as much, if not more, than the things that you do that do pay the bills. Our homes need more than a provider who's absent. More than a protector who abdicates his leadership, we need God-fearing men who take their responsibility seriously.